everybody, and happy pre-4th of July week. And I know everybody's getting ready for 4th of July, and if you're not, then it's probably a good time to start getting ready for it. Now, some of y'all may be doing fireworks in, park somewhere. Some of y'all may be going to the lake, and some of y'all may be just getting with a group of family and enjoying the afternoon together. Now, for me, I love to fish. And guys, it's a great time to freshen up on your fishing skills, especially if you are going to the lake or if you're going to a pond and you've got a bunch of friends there. You don't want to look like you don't know what you're doing. So today, I'm going to show you one fishing technique that I love. I haven't done any fishing videos, and this is one of my favorite pastimes. So hopefully you guys can learn from this a little bit. But today, what we're going to show you is called the floating worm technique. Old technique, but it still works, and we'll go through a little bit of the setup for it. Alright guys, so here I have a 7-foot medium heavy rod. This is a Celis. It's not anything fancy by any means. It's like the cheapest one that Sonoma makes. It's 50 bucks. I bought this just thinking, well, we'll give it a shot and everything, and it's turned out to be a very good rod for the money. This is a great rod to start off if you're a beginner and have more expensive rods, but whenever I'm just walking around out on the bank somewhere fishing, this is always something I'm going to carry with me. I usually carry 2 rods with me, and this is always one of them. Alright, so the other part is we have a Flusier President reel. And I like this one right here. It's not a huge reel. This is the medium in the series right here. It's a 5.2 to 1 ratio. Gear to crank ratio, it means it goes 5.2 feet every time you crank that little lever here on the side. So, and then also the line on this, I only have 4-pound test line on this. I recommend y'all go to 6 to 8. I like 4 because it seems to give me more bites. I don't mind playing with the fish for a while to be able to keep it in or get it in. But if you're just starting out, try to go with more of I would stick with closer to the 6 to 8 pound test line, because you're going to want to set that hook, and you may have to fight, a fish out of some weeds, and that extra strength will really help you be able to do that. All right, now the hook for this setup, what I have, if y'all can see that, there we go. This hook is just a 3/0 worm hook, and it's not anything fancy, just a regular worm hook. And I have a Zoom trick worm. It's not the mega, it's just the regular Zoom trick worm. All you do to set this up is take your hook, put the worm about 1 inch down, turn it so that the hook barb is coming out the flat side of the worm back here. And you want to turn it all the way up, bring it up. When you get to the top right here, and it's important you turn the bait all the way around and push it up over the top. It's going to keep your baits on there for a longer period of time. Alright, you have that. And then to do this, you're going to rig this, you're going to measure out how far this worm needs to come down on it. So you take that, pinch it with your fingers, stab it up and through there. Now, it will come out straight. You don't want it to come out straight. You want it to have a little bit of a kink to it. So just finagle it however way to have a little bit of a kink off to the side. You don't want it to hang straight down, you want it to hang just slightly over to the side. That's going to help you get more of this zigzag pattern out of this little plastic bait. Okay? Alright, let me show you what this does in the water now. Alright guys, so our goal for this bait is basically to keep it on the very top subsurface. Now if it comes up like if it's gasping for air kind of thing out of the water and then goes back down, that's perfectly fine. But what you want to do is you want to make sure that you keep this near the top of the water. Now the good part about fishing with a worm, if you don't get a bite right away with this, you don't have to worry about changing baits. You can just totally change up your fishing technique as well. And just whenever you cast out there, you can just let this thing float down to the bottom as well. But we're going to try to get something. All right, little guy. Hey, sometimes you can't be too choosy whenever you're getting some fish. So, oh, little sardine. Hey, at least you're catching something at that point. Let's see if we can catch something bigger than that, though. Well, I'll tell you what, all these barn swallows have all hatched out of their nests. Well, hatched out of their eggs, and now they're out of their nest, flying around. And they are having a big time. That's for sure. Oh boy. Oh man. Took it right off. That happens. Man. He was going to be a good one too. Come on. Oh man. Oh, you got yourself stuck in a stick. See, that's why I'm talking about having 8-pound test line might be a good idea. Thankfully, I got this fish out before he went too far into it. There we go. Come on. Oh. All right, guys. There's the floating worm technique. Hope you guys liked it. If you like these kind of videos of something a little bit different than farming every single time, I love farming, love talking about farming, but also I love fishing. So thank you guys. Hope you all have a great weekend. See you next week.